Hi, Paul Howe, CSAT way, target focus or front sight / dot focus in you. Need to go down that rabbit hole. Been watching a lot of YouTube folks out there and a lot of descriptions. You hear the comments, but I'll give you a couple things to think about when you're addressing this topic. So coil, play this. Went out there on the range, set up, went ahead and engaged. This is one of our knockdown targets. So I use front sight focus once I determine the target is bad. So I'll engage, and then what happens is a target, this is a reactive target, falls down. Reality is going to fall out of view. So I would approach, I have to see, I have to continue to look, assess the threat once they go down. And again, that's just part of what we do on a tactical side. Now, what I have to do is hit a 2x4. I'll do another video, put it on our other website on how to build these reactive target stands and how to actually use them efficiently. But the target is nailed to this, and you can hit right or left of that 2x4 and it'll just stay there and look at you. So what we need to do is add this into your training system, because you shoot till the target falls out. And we'll talk about that. Now, target focus or front sight both work. The red dot shooters did not develop this or bring this into view because it's been done since the 80s. When I say the 80s, I saw it use what we call the target focus with NVGs, lasers, and then they had what we call the occluded optics. I saw that. I think it came from the Brits, and what those are is an optic that goes right eye. You zero it on this eye, so both eyes are open, and your brain's putting it over here. You're seeing this, you're zeroing it for this eye, but you're losing 50% of your vision. So they didn't take off. I think they came from the Brits, not sure, but and you'll see some of them still around. So it is out there. The other optic that we're looking at that's been around is zero magnification. So saw the first generation aim points. You have dot focus, target focus, both work, both have been used. That means I keep both eyes open, I can shut one eye, I can focus on the dot, I can focus on the target. Some people do both. I pretty much do a dot focus, so tip the dot or full dot depending on the distance. Now, will both work? Yes, front sight focus will work, and we're going to talk about the psychological impact of, I guess, making a training decision either way. So if you take the mental aspects and you go, all right, we're going to do target focus, we're going to discriminate. This has to happen in both systems. And then you superimpose the dot while watching the target and you engage. Okay, you're allowing stimulus to come in, both eyes. And again, we're going to talk about this stimulus. Dot, front sight focus, we discriminate. We switch the target off is what we do in our brain. And then total focus on the dot, front sight, and we cut out the human factors. We throw a switch and we make a decision. At this point, I am going to service that threat, neutralize that threat. So what happens is threats are going to do two things. They're either going to fall or they're going to stand there, but really they fall. And we've seen the knockdown target stance. Where do they fall? Do they fall in view or out of view? So in one respect, that target's going to fall out of view, fell behind the car. We have to move, adjust, assess. The other is system that I've seen is we track it to the ground. Well, the tracking to the ground doesn't always work because you have cars, furniture, and houses out in a rural environment, the woods. As soon as they fall, you lose visual, and then you have to figure out how you're going to reassess or readdress. So those are the two systems out there. Track to the ground or stop shooting when the target falls out of your view. Now, magnified optics. We've got to touch on those because what magnified optics do is allow you to see the humanity of the shot, whether it be animals if you're a hunter or people, and you can actually, you're getting more stimulus in. You got to be able to shut that off. So that's just another little factor. So combat, two methods. Up close, if I teach a couple drills, pistol or rifle, I'd either pistol, I'd do 5 in the body, 1 in the head. Rifle, I'd do 2 body, 1 in the head, up close. That would solve most of the problems. At distance, I might do 3 rounds. And what I'll do is right edge, left edge, center up, high thoracic, 1, 2, 3, check my battlefield. And then what I'm going to do is reassess the threat. So to see if they need more servicing, you got to keep it simple. So we take this target, and up close, both eyes open, you can watch the stimulus and you can see your dot. And can you make the hits, and can you remove the stimulus, or can you fight through that stimulus that you're seeing? A lot of information your brain is trying to process. Can we put the front sight there? Both eyes open. Yes. And can we see your front sight, apply it to that stimulus, and can we blank out the stimulus? So it's up to you. This is one of those things you're going to have to figure out what works for you. What I do is I close a lot of times my left eye, I take out the gun, the face, it doesn't matter. I look for a spot on the body that I have to service to stop the violent action. So I focus totally on that, and it's front sight. Now, will this work? Yes, it works for me. This is what I've done in the past, NVGs, lasers, and in combat. So it is a technique, a training technique. Now, what happens is you're going your soft focus to hard focus, back to your soft focus. It's a focal shift, sight shift, gun shift, a lot of things coming into play. Think of it, the LCAN has a throw lever. So you're looking at it at 1 power, and then you throw the lever and it goes boom, focuses in tight. To me, that's what you do, and that is a technique, and that's what I use, to focus tight on 1 point. So all the peripheral information or stimulus goes away. Here's my focus. And it takes a little bit of mental discipline to do this, but this is the best analogy I can come up with to think about. And then I'm going to have to go back, throw that lever back to the 1 power and look at the big picture again. So we take it now at distance. Now the problem is we've got, say 15, 20, 25 yards, and we have to make a shot. Can you watch the stimulus and read it and see your dot at the same time? So we have to have a system that goes up close and far and works the same way. Other way, your brain may not adjust. Same thing with the front sight. Can you watch the stimulus, see your front sight at the same time? Can you focus only on your front sight? You determine the threat is bad and just go right to that front sight. What you do is right edge, left edge, upper thoracic, make your shot. So you have to figure out how you're going to train and what system you're going to apply. Now, simple stuff at distance, keep it simple, because you should have one system that goes up close and at distance. Now, I have case histories, lasers in the day, NVGs night, 7 yards. Again, you can use tip of the dot, you can use full dot with the lasers, or your red dot on your pistol, red dots on your rifle, but you want to try to have one system that works daytime, nighttime across the spectrum. Now, competition issues, and they'll tell you, I listen to these folks, and they are great shooters. I will not take anything away from them. The problem is you'll hear someone say, yeah, I shot the gun. That's where I was looking. But what we have to do is refocus once we see gun and refocus to center. If we take this target, for example, I have to look at gun, my soft focus, I see it, and I have to readjust my hard focus to where I want my front sight or dot to hit that person. So I have to come off that spot I see, which is taking time on target, and then adjust my shot. So that is what we do. That's what takes time. That's a little difference between the competition world and the tactical world. Now, understand both. They work. You pick one, but it's got to work on flat range, shoot house, role players, daytime, nighttime, lasers, any other devices you put on your platforms. But try to have one system and work across the whole spectrum, address all the issues. And again, if you need to shut the stimulus that's coming in out and just focused on one thing, it makes it easier for you, then do that. It's okay to do that. So I hope this explanation helps you. You take care, be safe. Hope to see you on the range. All right, Paul Howe, CSAT Way. If you like our videos, we have a Mighty Network webpage and over 400 and probably 60 to 70 videos on it right now. Everything from operator level to instructor level. So if you want to continue your training and you can't make it to the range, this site is available. Hope you like it. Give us feedback, because we're always trying to make it a little better. It's organized, structured, just like we'd run a shooting course. So appreciate you guys watching. You take care, be safe. Hope to catch you on the range or in a class.